Season of the Wish. Scalar potential. There's power in perspective. VANNet/Europa wideband/Aud channel -2113-C /encryption enabled. Cryptarchy archive delta-4F /annotated/classified. EB. Is that everything, Commander? CZ. Well, no. There's one more thing. I wanted to ask you about stasis, what it means for you to wield the darkness. EB. I was wondering if you might ask me that. For me, stasis is intimately tied to perception and to time. CZ. Time. EB. Yes, stasis has the power to slow molecular activity, a process that we normally associate with gravity, relativity and all that. CZ. You're talking about time dilation. EB. Exactly. We think of time as steady, but that's only because we experience it from a fixed perspective. When I freeze something with stasis, I'm changing its time frame relative to myself and the world around me. CZ. Stasis relies in part on one's perception of reality. Is that why Osiris always emphasizes self-control and using the darkness? EB. That's his way of framing things. He views stasis as exerting authority over oneself and others. CZ. And you don't? EB. In my view, the goal of stasis is not to control the object, or even my own mind. It's to change my perspective, to see the object moving at the speed of my thoughts, not the speed of matter. CZ. And just seeing it differently is enough? EB. Is that so hard to imagine? It's very similar to how you use void light, manipulating space-time and gravitational fields. In fact, I would argue that void has more in common with stasis than it does with solar or arc. Perhaps they're reverse sides of the same coin. CZ. And using stasis doesn't worry you, even after everything you've seen? EB. It did. For a long time, I feared that using stasis would corrupt me, as I'd seen others corrupted. But after what seemed like 1,000 years trapped in that interminable loop, it gradually dawned on me. The fear was the corruption. As long as fear gripped me, light or darkness made no matter. Once I accepted that, the darkness ceased to be frightening. It was another matter of perspective. CZ. Thank you, Elsie. You've given me a lot to think about. For some reason, your explanation makes me more comfortable with the idea. EB. Any time, Commander. It's all a matter of perspective. Transcription ends.